Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video and your daily market update. Middle of the day market update. All right, I always try to, if you're new to this concept, I always try to do some sort of an update, at least for me, in the middle of the day. The US session is opening very soon, so then we'll get quite a lot of volatility. But we have had some moves at least today as well. I mean, volatility is a big word because very volatile we were not. But we have seen some significant moves, so I wanted to talk about that. That's what we'll do. Or what I usually do, and that's also what we'll do in this video, is we'll talk about some news you need to know. Then we'll talk about Bitcoin or the market. All right, Bitcoin is the market, especially with the Bitcoin dominance still very high. All right, at this point of time, it still is very high. And then I'll showcase some altcoins I think you need to have on your watch list that have potential and what I think about them. But yeah, so that's what we'll do. So let's get right into it. Now, the big news at this point of time, I still think is Mt. Gox, all right? Tomorrow we have some economic news and I'll keep you updated on that, so don't worry too much about that right now. But apart from that, there's not much, all right? Not much recently. I mean, obviously, what happened with Donald Trump is still very recent. That was major news. That was bullish. Him picking JD Vance as his as his VP, also bullish. Vance is a crypto holder, a Bitcoin holder, so that's good. But the main news is Mt. Gox, and what will they do? All right. So that is something. That's something we'll still have to see. What we know now is that they've sent funds to Kraken and they will distribute it to their users. But for me, the big thing is I think that's all priced in. All right, with the Germans selling their Bitcoin, that was new. All right, that was something we did not expect, and we also did not know anything about how they were going to do that. So that was still a lot of selling. And then right now, sure, we might get some bearish momentum because of Mt. Gox. Because in the end, they are real sales, all right? It's real Bitcoin that's probably going to be sold off. Although you can argue to what extent it will be sold off. I think it will be limited. But I do think it's priced in, all right? So there are enough other factors we can look at, such as the Russell 2000, the S&P, the dollar strength index, which are all very bullish for Bitcoin, outside of other political fundamentals, for example, that make me bullish on Bitcoin. Now, me being bullish on Bitcoin is something different than me thinking Bitcoin is only going to go up from here, all right? And what we saw today, what I meant with the move we had, that meant something, is this bearish breakout we had. And in general, what you can see for Bitcoin right now as well is that, well, you know, the momentum we have, at least over the course of this morning, has dropped down quite a bit. And you can also see it's plateauing a little bit here. So some sort of a pullback, by the way, if you zoom out, is also just healthy. So some sort of a pullback, I do want to stress that that's a possibility. Now, for me, the main level that should hold is 62,800 down to 61,700. We could technically drop down lower as well and still be bullish, but that is very much the main level. And at this point of time, I do think it most likely will pull back into that. All right. Now, like I said, for the reasons I've given earlier, I still do think we'll remain bullish. So something I have done in this move up is I've bought a lot of spot positions. I think we can have some drawdown. Like I said, that level between 62,800 and 61,700 seems to me like the most likely area to drop down into. But honestly, like I said, the markets are bullish. So what's also possible is that we just find support at the 236 fib here at 64,000 and then rally up to 68,000. That's a possibility because the markets are bullish. So what I would advise is just to be reactive. All right, once you see a level that gives off a strong reaction, something we saw, for example, right here yesterday morning, then be able to act quick and stick with spot. All right. I mean, if Bitcoin is really going to stay bullish, you can get decent returns on spot as well. All right. And with leverage, I would just wait for cryptos or trade cryptos that are either uncorrelated or that have a lot of open interest or whatever that are very volatile. and then you know, have a strategy that works well with volatility. Otherwise, it doesn't work. But no, short term for the market, I actually expect some sort of a pullback here. I would say that's most likely. After the pullback, I expect us to continue to be bullish. And the main target I have in mind right now, well, the first target is 68,000, but ultimately I think we can get back up to the range highs right here with that beautiful line at 61 and 62,000. That's what I expect. Now let's talk about some altcoins. When we talk about altcoins right now, I have a couple of them that I think are interesting. A lot of altcoins are interesting, all right? So I never have enough time to talk about all of them. But I think Gala looks interesting. Found resistance here. I think there's a chance we do something like this, so I'm not necessarily sure whether it's a good buy right now. But if we do drop down below 2.5 cents here and we reclaim that, that looks like a good buy under there. Or if we just break out above 2.7 and 2.75 here, that also seems like a good buy. Then apart from that, Fetch is forming a very bullish market structure right here. I think that, I think that's very interesting, but it's at 1.55. So either wait for a deeper pullback or for 1.55 to break. But this can rally a lot, so I would 100% keep your eyes on this. And then there are some other ones, like WorldCoin, I would stay away from. But some other ones I have my eyes on this is Near. Near is also an AI coin, so that very much aligns with Fetch. And I would, like with every coin, I would wait for some sort of support that Bitcoin is going to find. All right. But then let's see if I can see some others that I was keeping an eye on. I mean, in general, my watch list right now is very, very big. So there's a lot of cryptos I'm keeping my eye on. Jito, I think, is interesting. In general, the Solana ecosystem is interesting, but that's also very correlated to Bitcoin. So if you'd like to buy that, again, you have to resort to Bitcoin. Personally, I bought quite a lot of Layer 0 earlier this week. I think this can still rally quite a lot later this week. Ladies as a meme coin is forming a nice bullish price structure right here, so that's interesting. Ordi is great. Bitcoin Beta, I longed it like this. So that's in profit, but that's probably still going to draw down a bit, but that's interesting as well. And that's, I think, my altcoin analysis for now. I mean, like I said, I can talk about different altcoins for an hour right now. That's not going to help you. So those altcoins I'm focusing on the most right now. But the coin I'm focusing on the most is, of course, still Bitcoin. So those are my thoughts. All right. Have a good day. I'll see you all in my next videos tomorrow morning or later today. I'm posting a video on my second channel as well. If you're still watching the video right now, you might as well subscribe to that. All right. It's a channel with a lot of value, I would say. Altcoin Nexus, it's called. So check that out. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. I'll keep you updated. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.